9 out of 10 car owners are getting ripped off at the detail shop, paying thousands for services they could easily do. But here's the kicker. Mechanics and detailers have been gatekeeping these car tricks that save you money. One of these hacks could save you thousands in detailing, and you've probably been ignoring it your whole life. Before you waste another dollar, here are 17 car cleaning tricks mechanics don't want you to know about. Don't skip. This will save you serious money. Let's start now with trick number 17, toothpaste headlight revival. Picture this. You're driving at night, and your headlights look like they've been staring into the sun for a decade, barely lighting up the road ahead. Most people think they need expensive restoration kits or a trip to the shop. Here's what mechanics won't tell you. Regular toothpaste does the exact same job. But there's a catch most internet hacks miss. You need non-gel toothpaste, the old-school paste kind with mild abrasives. Squirt some directly on the lens, grab a damp cloth, and scrub in circular motions like you're buffing out every bad decision from last year. Let it sit for about 2 minutes, then rinse with water. Boom. Crystal clear. Here's the irony. Mechanics know this trick. They've been using it on customer cars for years, then charging $50 for professional headlight restoration. Now you know better. But wait, if that headlight hack just saved you money, this next one's about to make your jaw drop. Trick number 16. Slime for interior crevices. You know all those impossible to reach crevices in your car? The gaps around your dashboard, inside air vents, cup holders, around buttons and knobs. Yeah, dust and crumbs love to hide in there, and no cloth or vacuum attachment can get them out properly. Here's where mechanics laugh all the way to the bank. They charge you $50 for interior detailing, and half that time is spent cleaning these exact spots with something that costs $3. I'm talking about that Play-Doh-like slime that kids use. Cleaning slime, putty, whatever you want to call it. Press it into all those narrow gaps and crevices around your dashboard, center console, vents, and door panels. The slime molds into every crack and cranny, and its sticky texture picks up dust, dirt, and crumbs like a magnet. Peel it off slowly, and all that nastiness comes with it. It's weirdly satisfying to watch. Mechanics use this constantly on every car that comes through the shop. They just conveniently forgot to mention it exists because, well, that would hurt their profit margins. Now you're in on the secret. This next one will 100% shock you. Trick number 15. Coffee filters for a dust-free dashboard. Your dashboard collects more dust than a forgotten attic, and every time you try to clean it with a regular cloth, you either push the dust around or leave lint behind. Some towels just smear it into the surface instead of picking it up. Frustrating, right? But here's what detailers have known forever and never bothered to share. Coffee filters are the secret weapon. Yeah, those things sitting in your kitchen right now. They're completely lint-free, slightly textured, and they grab dust like it owes them money. Just wipe down your dashboard, center console, and door panels with a dry coffee filter. The dust adheres to the filter instead of floating back into the air or streaking across your dash. Want to take it to the next level? Put a tiny dab of olive oil on the filter first. It'll leave a subtle, natural shine and actually repel dust for weeks afterward. Mechanics charge $40 just to wipe down your interior during a detail. They're literally using the same trick and marking it up 16,000%. Seriously, who's the real criminal here? You'd be surprised by this next one. Trick number 14, the baking soda wheel bomb. Your wheels take more punishment than any other part of your car. Brake dust, road tar, grime, salt, it all cakes on there and makes your rims look like they've been through a war zone. Professional wheel cleaners cost $15 to $20 per bottle, and half of them barely work anyway. But here's the nuclear option that mechanics have been hiding from you. Half a cup of baking soda, 1 tablespoon of Dawn dish soap, and 2 cups of warm water. Mix it into a paste consistency. Slap it on your wheels with a brush and watch decades of filth surrender without a fight. The science behind this is beautiful. Baking soda acts as a gentle abrasive that won't scratch your rims, while Dawn cuts through grease and brake dust like a hot knife through butter. The combination creates a cleaning reaction that's honestly more effective than those expensive store-bought formulas. That detail shop was charging you how much for wheel cleaning? Yeah, thought so. Speaking of hidden secrets, this next one involves your air vents that haven't been touched since the Stone Age. Trick number 13, paintbrush vent deep clean. The air vents in your car are dust magnets, and trying to clean them with a cloth is like trying to thread a needle while wearing oven mitts. It's frustrating, ineffective, and you end up pushing dust further inside instead of removing it. But here's the mechanic's secret. A cheap foam paintbrush from the dollar store. Yeah, that's it. The bristles are the perfect size to slide right between those narrow vent slats, and they pull out all that built-up dust and grime hiding in there. Go slow and methodical. Brush each vent carefully, getting deep into the slats. Keep a vacuum nearby to suck up the dust as you dislodge it. For an even better clean, spray a tiny bit of interior cleaner on the brush and go over the vents again. They'll look factory new. Mechanics charge $30–40 to do this exact thing as part of their interior detail package. They're using the same paintbrush you can buy. They're just not telling you about it because that would ruin the mystique of professional detailing. Your vents are spotless now. But let's talk about something everyone panics about at the gas station. Trick number 12. The fuel cap hook you never noticed. This one's not exactly a cleaning hack, but it prevents a $3,000 repair disaster, so pay attention. Next time you're at the pump, open your gas door and actually look at the inside of it. See that little hook or slot? That's not a design flaw or random piece of plastic. That hook is specifically designed to hold your fuel cap while you're pumping gas. But about 95% of drivers completely ignore it. They let the cap dangle and drag against the paint, or they set it on top of the car, or even worse, they put it on the dirty gas pump where it picks up road grime and debris. Here's why this matters. Letting dirt get on your fuel cap means that dirt can get into your fuel system when you screw it back on. That leads to clogged fuel injectors, damaged fuel pumps, and eventually total engine failure. We're talking about a $3,000+ repair bill, all because you skipped a 2-second step. Just hook your cap in while you pump. That's it. Your paint stays scratch-free, your fuel system stays clean, and you just saved yourself thousands. You're welcome. Now let's talk about summer heat, and a trick that feels like actual magic. Trick number 11. Vodka windshield wonder. Your windshield takes a beating. Bugs, dirt, pollen, water spots, all of it. Store-bought glass cleaners cost $12, and half of them leave streaks anyway. But here's the bartender's secret that somehow made its way to mechanics. Vodka. Before you think I've lost it, hear me out. Mix 8 parts water with 1 part vodka and add a tiny squirt of Castile soap. Pour it in a spray bottle, spray it on your windshield, and wipe with crumpled newspaper. Not paper towels, because those leave streaks and lint. The alcohol in vodka cuts through grime and evaporates lightning fast, leaving 0 residue behind. It's the exact same science those expensive glass cleaners use, except you just made an entire bottle for about $2. And honestly, it works better than most of the stuff you buy at the auto parts store. Mechanics have been using variations of this trick for years on customer cars, then charging for premium glass treatment. The whole automotive industry is built on secrets like this, and now you're finally in on them. Your windshield's crystal clear. But what about that smell in your car that won't go away? Trick number 10. Baking soda odor assassin. Foul smells in your car aren't just embarrassing when someone gets in. They're legitimately disgusting. Whether it's old fast food, wet dog, gym bag funk, or something you don't even want to identify, that smell lingers in the fabric and carpet. Dealerships charge us $100 for odor removal services that involve fancy ozone machines and chemical sprays. But here's what they don't want you to know. Baking soda does the exact same job for about $1. Sprinkle baking soda generously all over your seats, floor mats, and carpet. Don't be shy with it. You want full coverage. Let it sit overnight, or better yet, for a full 24 hours. The baking soda doesn't just mask the smell, it absorbs it at a molecular level, pulling odor-causing particles right out of the fabric. This costs $1 and works better than any air freshener or professional odor removal service. Mechanics know this. They just prefer charging you 100 times more to do it for you. Before we get to the really game-changing stuff, do me a favor, hit that like button. We spent hours researching these tricks, and it genuinely helps us make more content like this. Done? Awesome. Now let's talk about something that sounds gross but works like magic. Trick number 9, dryer sheet bug annihilation. Summer road trips equal one thing: a graveyard of dead bugs splattered all over your front bumper, hood, and windshield. Those little critters aren't just gross, they're actually acidic and can damage your clear coat if you leave them on too long. Most people scrub aggressively with a sponge or cloth and barely make a dent. Some buy expensive bug removal sprays that sort of work. But here's the mechanic's secret weapon. A wet dryer sheet. Take a regular dryer sheet, get it damp with water, and gently rub it over the bug splatter. The texture of the sheet combined with the residual chemicals from the fabric softener breaks down the bug residue without scratching your paint. It's like the bugs just dissolve and slide right off. Mechanics do this all the time on customer cars before delivering them. They just don't advertise how stupidly simple it is because, again, that would hurt their bottom line. Now you can do it yourself in 5 minutes with something you already have at home. You'd be shocked by this next one. Trick number 8. Hydrogen peroxide stain nuke. Carpet stains in your car are the worst. Coffee spills, soda, mud, mystery substances you don't want to think about. They all sink deep into the fibers and look permanent. Detailers charge $200 for a full interior shampoo to handle this. But here's the secret formula they've been using and overcharging you for. Hydrogen peroxide and water. That's it. Mix 1 part hydrogen peroxide with 2 parts water in a spray bottle. Spray the stain generously, let it sit for 30 minutes, then scrub with a brush. The hydrogen peroxide breaks down organic stains at a chemical level. Coffee, soda, food, even blood if we're being honest. For extra tough stains, sprinkle some baking soda on top before scrubbing. It foams up and physically lifts the stain out of the carpet fibers like a tiny cleaning army. Rinse with clean water, blot dry with a towel, and the stain is gone, like it never existed. Total cost? About $2 for the peroxide. That detailer was going to charge you $200 for this. Let that sink in. Mechanics know this formula by heart. They use it on every car that comes through with interior stains. They just call it their professional carpet treatment and charge accordingly. Now you're the professional. This next trick is shocking. Trick number 7, WD-40, bumper sticker removal. You bought a used car. It's perfect, except for that bumper sticker from a band that broke up in 2008, or a political candidate from 3 elections ago, or some random beach town you've never even been to. You want it gone. Don't pick at it with your fingernails. That takes forever and risks peeling your paint. Don't use a razor blade. That's just asking for scratches. Here's what mechanics do. WD-40. Spray WD-40 generously over the entire sticker and let it soak in for 3 to 5 minutes. The solvent breaks down the adhesive without harming your paint's clear coat. After it soaks, the sticker peels off in one clean piece. No scraping required. Got leftover adhesive residue? Hit it with a little more WD-40, let it sit for another minute, then wipe clean with a cloth. Your bumper looks factory fresh, like that sticker was never there. The whole process takes maybe 10 minutes. Body shops and detailers charge $50, $75 for bumper sticker removal because most people don't know this trick exists. They're literally spraying $3 worth of WD-40 and calling it a specialized service. Now you can do it yourself for pocket change. But we're just getting warmed up. This next one prevents a nightmare scenario. Trick number 6, hand sanitizer for frozen locks. Okay, this one's technically a lifesaver more than a cleaning trick, but it's too good not to include. It's winter. Your car door lock is frozen solid. You're late for work. You're standing there blowing hot breath on your key like a caveman trying to start a fire. Here's what mechanics and locksmiths know that could save you from this nightmare. Hand sanitizer. Dip your key in hand sanitizer. The gel kind works best. Then slide it into the frozen lock and wiggle gently. Within seconds, the ice melts. This works because hand sanitizer is mostly alcohol, which has a much lower freezing point than water. The alcohol melts the ice almost instantly, while the gel consistency means it stays on your key long enough to work. It's basic chemistry, saving your butt on a Monday morning in January. Keep a small bottle in your coat pocket or bag during winter months. When everyone else is frantically trying to de-ice their locks, you'll unlock your car in 10 seconds flat and look like an absolute genius. Locksmiths charge $75 or $100 for emergency frozen lock calls. You just solved it with $1 worth of hand sanitizer. That's the kind of knowledge mechanics gatekeep, because emergencies are profitable. You'd be very much shocked by this next one. Trick number 5, squeegee pet hair removal. If you've got a dog or cat that rides with you regularly, you know the struggle is real. Pet hair everywhere. Embedded in the seats, stuck in the carpet, floating in the air. Vacuuming barely touches it. Lint rollers are a joke that only removes surface hair. But here's the professional groomer's trick that somehow made its way to car detailers. A squeegee and water. That's it. Spray your seats lightly with water, just enough to dampen the surface, not soak it. Then run a regular window squeegee over the fabric. The rubber blade grabs the hair and pulls it into clumps that you can just pick up with your hands. It's so effective, it feels like cheating. This works because the water makes the hair slightly sticky, and the squeegee creates friction that lifts embedded hair out of the fabric fibers. You'll pull up more pet hair in 2 minutes with this method than you would in 20 minutes with a vacuum. It's honestly shocking how well it works. Detailers charge $50 to $75 for pet hair removal, and this is exactly what they do. They just don't advertise it because the mystique is profitable. Total cost, maybe $5 for a cheap squeegee if you don't already have one. You just saved yourself hundreds in future detailing costs. This one will shock you. Trick number 4. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser for steering wheel grime. Your steering wheel is legitimately disgusting. Think about it. Oils from your hands, sweat, dirt, food residue, everything touches that wheel and just builds up over time. It gets that grimy, sticky feeling that no amount of wiping seems to fix. But here's the secret weapon that detailers use on every single car, a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Dampen it slightly, not soaking wet, just damp, and gently scrub your steering wheel. Watch years of grime just disappear in real time. It's weirdly satisfying. The micro-abrasives in the eraser lift off all that built-up residue without damaging the material underneath. Works on leather, vinyl, plastic, all of it. Rinse the eraser as you go to keep it clean, and your steering wheel goes from biohazard to showroom condition in under 3 minutes. Mechanics charge $20 to $30 just to clean steering wheels as part of an interior detail. You just did it for 50 cents with something you probably already have under your sink. They've been using this exact product for years and acting like it's some proprietary detailing secret. The whole automotive service industry relies on you not knowing this stuff. Well, now you do. Your car's looking pretty good now. But let's tackle those floor mats with a trick that's almost too simple. Trick number 3. Rubber floor, matte instant revival. Floor mats take more abuse than almost anything in your car. Salt, mud, snow, dirt, mystery liquids. It all ends up there. Rubber mats especially start looking faded and dirty after a while, and most people either replace them or just live with the grossness. Here's what detailers do that takes about 5 minutes and costs basically nothing. Pull your mats out, rinse them with water, then spray them with a mixture of dish soap and water. Use a brush to scrub, rinse thoroughly, and let them dry in the sun. Want to make them look brand new? After they're dry, apply a thin layer of tire shine or a rubber protectant. It brings back that deep black color and adds a protective layer against cracking and fading from UV exposure. Your mats look like you just bought them. This entire process costs maybe $2 in soap and protectant. New floor mats cost $150 depending on your vehicle. Detailers charge $40 just to clean your existing ones. You just did it yourself in the driveway while listening to a podcast. Mechanics aren't trying to help you save money. They're trying to maximize service revenue. Understanding the difference is worth thousands of dollars over the life of your car. This one will surprise you. Trick number 2, cupcake liners for cup holder protection. Cup holders are weirdly shaped torture devices specifically designed to be impossible to clean. Sticky soda residue, coffee rings, mysterious crumbs. It all settles in the bottom where no cloth can reach and no vacuum attachment fits properly. Here's the brilliant hack that makes this problem disappear forever. Silicone cupcake liners. Drop one into each cup holder. When they get dirty, just pull them out, rinse them in the sink, and drop them back in. Done. Your actual cup holders stay pristine forever. This is one of those, why didn't the manufacturer just build this in moments? It costs about $5 for a set of reusable silicone liners, and it saves you hours of frustration over the years. Detailers have been doing this in their personal cars forever, while still charging customers to deep clean their cup holders by hand. The irony is beautiful. They know the simple solution. They use it themselves. They just don't tell you because cleaning your cup holders the hard way is billable time. Now you're in on the secret, and you'll never struggle with grimy cup holders again. Trust me, you'll be shocked by this one. Trick number 1, DIY car wash. Solution that beats everything. Forget $15 bottles of car wash soap with fancy marketing and promises they can't keep. Here's the formula that mechanics and detailers have been using forever while acting like it's some proprietary secret. 1/4 cup liquid dish soap, 1/4 cup baking soda, and a bucket of warm water. That's it. The dish soap cuts through grease, road grime, and bug residue like nothing else. The baking soda adds gentle scrubbing power without scratching your paint. Together, they create a foam that cleans better than 90% of the overpriced stuff at the auto parts store. Wash your car with this mixture using a microfiber mitt, rinse thoroughly with clean water, and dry with a microfiber towel. Your paint will shine, the soap rinse is completely clean, and you just made an entire bucket of car wash solution for under $1. Maybe 75 cents if you buy the big containers. Detailers use variations of this exact formula all the time. They just rebrand it, put it in fancy bottles, and charge $15–20. You're paying for marketing, not effectiveness. The actual cleaning formula costs pennies. This is the trick that makes all the other tricks easier, because when your car is properly washed, everything else, wheels, windows, interior, becomes simpler to maintain. It's the foundation of keeping your car looking great without spending a fortune. If this video just saved you a couple $100 on your next car clean, or made you realize you've been overpaying for basic services, hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Your wallet is going to thank you for sticking around. Anyways, did you know there are more hacks that you don't know can save you a lot of money? Click this video, you won't regret it.